Well, Mango Airlines has been granted an extension to appoint a business rescue practitioner pending the outcome of a court application by unions. The application will place the airline under business rescue. This is all going to be heard on Friday, a ruling expected next week. So what does it look like as far as the cabin crew is concerned? The SA Cabin Crew Association Deputy President, Mr. Christopher Shabangu, joining us. Mr. Shabangu, good morning to you. Business rescue, I imagine this is what everyone was hoping for, to try and move this forward and get some clarity.
Good morning to you, Gareth, and good morning to the viewers. Yes, this is what we've been hoping for. Given the circumstances, yes, this is what we've been looking for the airline to be put on business rescue. And that's going to be done tomorrow or heard tomorrow in court.
And what are we hoping to achieve out of this business rescue? What's one of the first things you'd like to have addressed? I imagine it would be that of salaries, considering how little Mango staff have been paid.
Look, yes, it is salaries. That's important, but more than anything, it's job stability. That's what we're looking for an airline that we believe is viable. Now, again, on the other hand, what's important for the business rescue, if the court were to rule for us tomorrow, is that we're going to have now certainty when it comes to the issue of the Dakazo deal that's taking place at South African Airways. If we were to remember, there is this Dakazo deal that's going on, which we don't know where Mango stands at this particular moment. So if we have a business rescue process that's going on, at least the airline will have a chance to survive. And two, the most important thing that has to happen tomorrow, remember, it is the unions that have brought this or that brought this application to the court, and for the purpose of trying to safeguard the airline again, we do not want the DPE to be doing this alone. Alternatively, we're saying that if they want to apply for themselves, it's okay with us. As unions, we don't have a problem with that. All we're simply saying is that they should include a business practitioner that we're going to appoint. So we have two joint business practitioners for the purpose of looking after the interest of the workers and the company at Mango. And unfortunately, the DPE also believes that the airline should be going on business rescue, but we shouldn't be involved, which is very ironic.
Why do you believe why is this call for you not to be involved? Where's that coming from?
Well, the simplest answer is it can only be a sinister move. If you remember, about 2 days ago, right on this station, the DPE actually came out and said they don't know what Dakazo is going to do with Mango Airline. They still have to do a due diligence. Now, if you are told by government itself, shareholders are telling you that they don't know what's going to happen or what Dakazo is going to decide, it is quite clear to us that Mango is gone should the government be the ones that are doing the business rescue on their own. So our understanding right now is that they want to do the business rescue themselves for the purpose of actually just running down the airline. You must remember we've been through this before, where the DPE has actually gone to court and gotten voluntary business rescue for South African Airways. And I can tell you now, to this day, that South African Airways, we don't know the results of the BIP at South African Airways. All we know is that South African Airways was sold. Nobody has asked for the report from the business practitioners as to what happened. Was it successful? And we know it wasn't. So Mango is faced with that. Another very important point that I should make is that when South African Airways went to business rescue, we as unions asked the DPE to include Mango in that process. They excluded Mango, and the minister said Mango is being excluded because Mango is doing very well. That's now the minister saying that. Now, all of a sudden, when this is done, Mango is in trouble. So it is quite imperative that there be two business rescue practitioners for the purpose of protecting Mango, because if that's not the case, we believe that the whole process will be just a sham. It will be just a smokescreen to the public, and then at the end of the day, you'll be told that Mango, the business rescue practice didn't go well. So it is important that we get into
Just before we begin to wrap up, Mr. Shabangu, timelines. What are we aiming for here? Let's not forget, well, we're talking about business rescue practitioners and unions and board members and SAA. There are staff jobs at risk here as well, livelihoods at risk. What is the timeline? Where is your line in the sand for your organization?
Well, in terms of our line basically is tomorrow. I mean, in terms of the hearing at the court. But the most important thing is, should the court obviously rule in favor of the unions, which we believe they will, then at least the business rescue process should take approximately 3 months. I think that's a reasonable time for the airline to be turned around, or at least for the airline to show some direction, positive direction as to where it needs to go. Now, it is important again of what you just said. Now, the workers are sitting at home. They're confused. The saddest thing about this whole thing is that they believe in the government. They have believed everything that the DPE has told them, but it has taken them nowhere. They haven't received salaries. You know, I won't go back to that. But they believe now the DPE. They have to take responsibility. I would really, really, really request at this particular point for the minister to come out and say something to the public and to the workers. It is now important.
It really is. Mr. Christopher Shabangu, thank you very much indeed. We wait to see what happens with this court application coming up tomorrow. Deputy President of the SA Cabin Crew Association joining us here on eNCA.